Hi guys, so today we're going to be unboxing my June Boxy Charm. I've already opened this box and tried on all the makeup, so you'll be able to see that in a demo as I'm explaining what the makeup is. If you're unfamiliar with Boxy Charm, it's a $21 a month subscription that you get usually 5 to 6 full-size to medium-sized products to try out for the month, which I always think is a great deal when it comes to Boxy Charm because it's the only subscription box that I know of that gives you really nice makeup products and brushes for $21. So if you're interested in Boxy Charm, there's a link down below. That is a link that I actually get points with. So if you're not wanting to give me the points, then just go right on to Boxy Charm's website and sign up there. Alright, so let me show you what I got in my box. Alright, so the first thing I have in the box here is from Janerio. It's the Brazilian Boom Boom Cream. This one here is a $10 cream, the sample size. So I am assuming that they sell these sample sizes maybe at Sephora or on the Janerio or on the Janerio website. So my thing about this cream is when you open it up, you do get, you know, kind of a lot in there. My thoughts were that this was going to be a very thick cream, but it's not. It's kind of on the thinner side, which is not bad. It does have a very strong scent to it. So if you are super sensitive to scents, you may not like this. The scent, it doesn't bother me at all. It does have a little bit of caffeine in it, it looks like. It says it absorbs fast, which it does. Helps body look and feel its smoothest and tightest. So this does have some properties in it that will help tighten up your skin, especially around like the thigh area and stuff like that. So I haven't put that to the test, but I am excited to do that, put that to the test. So that was the first item that I got. All right, the second item I have in the box was a full set of LUXIE brushes. So there's 3 of them in here. Well, it's not a full set, but you get 3. So these are just face brushes. You get a 5/16 dual 5 brush, which is one that I used for my contour today. I figured, you know, this isn't a brush that I would use for any like a foundation or anything like that. So I used this one for my contour today and it worked really, really well. And then I used the LUXIE 660 Precise Foundation brush. I used this one for my highlighter because I think that the highlighter brush that they sent is a little bit too small for me for highlighter. So I ended up using this one for highlighter, which I thought worked out really, really nice. And then I ended up using the LUXIE 522, the tapered highlighter brush for setting my under eyes. So that worked out really well because it's a little bit smaller than the foundation brush. So I figured it would work a little bit better to pat on the powders on my nose and under my eyes, and it did. So I ended up using the highlighter brush for that, and it worked really nice. And I do like those brushes for those particular products that I used, but I would never use the foundation brush for liquid foundation. It's just too small for me, and I don't like to use brushes like that for liquid foundation. So those brushes are a set of 3 flawless complexion brushes for $42 if you went and bought them on the LUXIE website, or if you bought them on the Boxy Charm website. All right, so the next product I got in the box was a OFRA lipstick, and mine was in the color Venturia, I think that's what it's called. So I do have it on my lips right now. For some reason, when I was filming the demo of putting this on, it did not, I forgot to hit record. So I don't have a demo, but it went on really, really nice. If you are familiar with OFRA's liquid lipsticks, they're not overly drying to the lips, plus they go on really smooth, and this one didn't have any streaks in it or anything like that. And most of the OFRA lipsticks that I've tried, even the dark ones, don't have any streaks. So this is a really nice lipstick. It's kind of a browny color, as you can tell. And this this particular lipstick, if you bought it at the OFRA website or on the on the Boxy Charm website, would cost you $21. So I'm always happy to get these kind of lipsticks. I have a lot of OFRA liquid lipstick, so I'm always happy to get a new one. All right, so the next thing I have in the box is a pencil eyeliner from JONTEBLU. So this pencil eyeliner is not my favorite pencil eyeliner at all. I got the color Charcoal, which is 912. You'll see in the demo where I tried to put it in my waterline, it did not work in my waterline. Then I tried to line the top of my lids with it. Again, it did not work with that. This particular liner's product is not the best. I've used other pencil liners from Urban Decay and NYX and, you know, just other companies that have got it right. And for some reason, they don't have it right with this particular liner. It's too waxy. It doesn't stick to the eye. It definitely pulls and tugs at the lid. So I'm not impressed with this. I don't think that I'll be using this very often. It's just a $5 liner. So if you see this in the stores and stuff like that, just be aware that their liners aren't that great when it comes to putting them in the waterline. Unless they change up their formula, this is not something that I would suggest to anybody. But their liquid or their lip liners actually work really well. So this is one that I would pass on, but I'm happy to have given it a try so I know. But it wasn't something that I was impressed with. Alright, so the next thing I got in my Boxy Charm is a set of lashes, which is the ones I have on now. And these are actually really nice. They're not in the box anymore. So they're a 3D multiple layer Battington silk lash. So I think that they are a beautiful lash. They look really pretty on the eyes, very flattering, not over the top or anything like that. I can barely feel them on my eyes, which is really nice. I ended up having to take off 4 of the lash pieces to get them to fit my eyes. So they're pretty, you know, a long lash for somebody that has bigger eyes than I do. And if you don't, you just cut, you know, the pieces off that you need and then stick them on your eye. The one problem I had with them was taking them out of this box. I don't know if they used super glue to get them in there, but they were super hard to get out of this box. But other than that, the lashes are super nice and I really do like this. Like I said, they're $28 in, you know, in the lash world. I don't know. I've never heard of Battington, but if they say that they're, you know, silk or whatever, then I get it. That's why they're so expensive. But I like them so far. They look really nice and they went on super easy. They were just super hard to get out of this container. So maybe they can work on that and not put super glue to connect their lashes to their little box here. But either way, the box is really cute. So when I'm done with them, I can put them back in here and then put them in my drawer and be able to use them a couple of times, or maybe, you know, more than a couple of times. How many times it says? It says 25 applications. So you can use them for 25 uses, which is really good for the price when you think about it. All right, and then the last thing I got in the box was the eyeshadow palette from ALAMAR. So this is a new brand. I believe the lady that made this brand is one of Kathleen Light's either best friend or also her makeup artist, and so she's come up with her own, you know, eyeshadow brand. Here's what all of them look like. They all blended really nicely. I ended up using Cocoa Taxi, which is this one here, as my transition, very lightly on the lid. It was, you know, I barely tapped it and then used the end of my brush and like swooped it back and forth so lightly so I wouldn't have such an orangey look, and I think it turned out really nice. And then I ended up taking Tropicana, I think it is, this one here, and then putting that as, you know, a lid color, not a lid color, but kind of like a halo color on each side of my eye and back and forth, and that turned out really nice. And then La Costa is what I have in the center of my lid here, and then that one I'm really nice. I tried to use it without a spray because it says, you know, you can wet the brush here. It has like a little raindrop there, and that was a little, you should probably wet your brush with it. I just used a flat shader brush for that because that's what I normally use for these shiny type of colors, and I ended up having like pieces of the eyeshadow, you know, on my cheek here, but I was able to swipe it away really well, and I didn't have any fallout. So, and it didn't like stick to my lid either, or my cheek. So I didn't have like, you know, excess amounts of glitter on my face at all. I don't have any of that at all. But I do recommend that you know, use your brush wet with that particular color, and probably the one right next to it as well. And I hadn't used that one yet. And then I ended up taking Cafecito. I think that's what it is here. I put that here on the outer corner and the inner corner a little bit, and then I ran that under my eye as well. So these actually blended out really nice. I was really pleased with how they worked. I was kind of nervous when I seen that there wasn't like a lighter color transition color, but I was able to work that out just by going in really lightly with my brush. I'm really excited to try this one, Cecilia. I think that's what it's called. That's a unique color to my collection, Cecilia. here, that green color, that's super unique. It's almost like an aqua, you know, color, almost like a green blue turquoise color. It's really, really pretty. So I'm excited to try that one out. And then the other blue one right next to it seems to be really pretty too. So I'm just gonna give you those 2 swatches there. And then I'll just give you the swatch of the Mannequin. I don't know what that is, but right next to each other. So there's the 3 swatches of the ones that I didn't use in the palette there. So I mean, I think that they blended out really nicely. I'm super surprised of the quality. They work really nice. I'm really excited to have this in my collection and be able to come up with some, you know, really summery type of looks with them, especially with the blues in here. I think that was really nice, and there's a really nice touch to have, you know, the darker, almost clay-like colors on this side. So this palette is a $28 palette if you bought it at the retail store, and I'm not sure if they are on a retail store yet, or if you can only get them at BoxyCharm and on the website, or the ALAMAR website. So that's really interesting to find out. I'm not really sure. This says volume 1, and it has a 12-month shelf life, and it is cruelty free. So yeah, I'm excited to try that. That was everything I got in my BoxyCharm box for the month of June. My box actually totaled at $134 this month, which is, I say it every month, it's a great price for the products that we're getting. So I'm super excited to, you know, see what comes in next month's box, because we're now getting into the summer months. So I'm hoping that they come up with some more skincare, stuff like that. But let me know what you guys think about this BoxyCharm box, what you thought about the palette and everything else that I got in there. And I shall talk to you guys sometime within the week. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye bye.